for us, we got to have balance in what we're doing. So, run game on early downs will be critical. Playing from ahead of the chains is going to be critical in this game.
Coach, just how big was last week for some of those young guys who have played a little bit, like Joshua or Squirrel, and to reset and have a week of practice without getting ready for an opponent?
Yeah, really big for our young guys to take some growth on the fundamentals, technique side of it, being very purposeful in what we're doing and some of the things that they got during the course of practice. It's really important for your entire football team too. During the course of game week, you get so much into the scheme of things. It's important to reset and get back to some of those fundamentals. Those are the inches and the things that people don't see that add up to the big things.
Go to the back page.
I guess we'll keep it on the LSU defense. How do you think your guys in the wideouts will compete against their secondary?
Yeah, you'll see press man at times, but you see a bunch of coverage variation from them too. So Hendon's got to do a great job of identifying the rotations. Our receivers got to do the same thing. When it is man-to-man, you got to find a way to go win. And you guys have seen us, since we've gotten here that we're going to try to put those guys in a position to win, but we also trust those guys to go win in those situations.
Coach, with how emotional Florida week was before the game and even after the game, after you all won, how important do you think the bye week was to mentally reset as well as physically reset?
Yeah, I think one of the positives about our team is they've been really consistent in their approach. Huge win for our fan base. I think our players reset last week and pushed forward in the things that we were asking them to do. And obviously, this morning, full speed ahead on LSU. Really good energy. Bye week gives you a chance to physically reset and mentally reset a little bit. They had a couple of days off. A bunch of them had an opportunity to go home, watch their high school football teams, be with their families. They came back late last night, and I don't know, business as usual a little bit this morning. And we got to continue to grow, but I think our players are excited.
The report about Cedric Tillman, did he have surgery, and what's the update on him?
Yeah, Cedric did have surgery. The timeline, he did that, just had an opportunity to speed up the recovery process side of it. We'll see where he's at. He was limited, but moving around a little bit today. We'll continue to see how it unfolds this week and see where we're at.
Coach, how would you assess how Jabari has been, Jabari Small, through the first 4 games? And what did you like about his performance against Florida?
Been good without the ball in his hands, pass protection, been good as a receiver when we've asked him to. I thought, last week was probably his most physical running, putting his pads down, continuing to move the pile, getting +2 after contact. We have great trust in him, expect him to have a huge part of this game.
What specifically would Cedric need to do or show that he can do to be available Saturday?
Yeah, you got to be able to be a functional player and play at the level that we expect him to, that he wants to play at too. So.
And as the SEC slate does open up for you all with this bye week, what has been that main focus with this team as you look to kind of build off what you all have been able to do in September?
Yeah, you're only as good as your next one in this game, and you can continue to look at college scores, your preparation, your competitive spirit all week, but then also on game day. There's no way in this game you can just flip a switch on Saturday and show up and play the way that you want to. So preparation's everything. Our players have gotten so much better in that. Expect them to handle the week the right way. This is a really good football team, be a great environment. It's always tough to win on the road inside of this league, and this is our next opportunity.
Then Austin.
Josh, with it being 11 a.m. local kickoff time, do you enjoy that? Are you glad that you'll kind of be able to get to business instead of sitting around all day?
Yeah, if you ask coaches everywhere, they say, give me the earliest kickoff possible. For us, it's going to be a great environment. I'm sure it'll be a packed house, and this is a tough place to play, but it's so much about us and our preparation. Make sure that we handle things the right way. We got to take care of the football. You can't have penalties. You can't do things that hurt yourself in this football game. It's a really good team that we're playing.
Austin Davis.
think LSU's freshman tight end leads them in targets. What's he do well as a player that why they try to get him the ball so much? And then D. Williams, he's been out. I don't know what his status is for this week. But, do you feel comfortable when a player's been out like that and he's really relatively new to the program, kind of just pushing them in there if unless they're ready?
Yeah, I feel comfortable as long as he's prepared and practiced in a way that you feel comfortable with him. D has been ramping it up here the last couple of weeks. I expect him to be able to play in this one. I expect him to play really well when given the opportunity. Their tight end's athletic. I think he does a really good job of finding space and being in sync with the quarterback. Targets in the middle of the football field, him exiting the formation and some of their run pass stuff too is a huge part of what they do. We got to have our eyes on the right spot so we can cover him up.
Josh, how much have you crossed paths with Brian Kelly, and what do you think about him?
I have not. This will be the first time I've played against him. He's done a really good job everywhere he's been, man. His teams are well coached. They compete hard. You know what I mean? He does a really good job. All right. Thanks, everybody. Just kidding.
What's the update on Warren Burrell?
Yeah, Warren had surgery and will be out here the rest of the season.
Anything else? Okay. We'll
Thank you, guys.
Jabari and Jerome here shortly.
You guys have a great day.
Thanks.